Hello?
Lexi, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, Lexi.
How are you?
Very well, Lexi.
Oh, that's-
I'm always a little husky, but
Very
I'm
good.
very interesting, attractive, and very well.
Oh, I know.
And I'm very well, particularly. Can you imagine, Lexi, sitting at a desk in a beautiful studio with your knees brushing the knees of John Laws?
No, I haven't
It's
thought of that.
very, very nice. His
Lexi.
old knees have remained unchanged. A lot of the rest of him has matured, but
Lexi.
his knees are as exciting as ever.
That's really good.
Dame Edna.
Lexi, what can I do for you?
Lexi's only
I just
15.
You're 15. Oh, John.
I just wanted to say
How can you
much
tell?
I admired you, Dame.
Hmm?
And I absolutely loved you. Since I was young, I've always loved you. Like, the way that you look, you're gorgeous. And I mean, your glasses. Oh, I love them.
Lexi, I'm sorry I made suggestive and horrible remarks
To
you.
a 15-year-old.
But I'm afraid I'm attracted to the person I'm talking to. And you will know that one day when you grow up, your parents will tell you, they'll give you a book. I remember this, Lexi. When I was your age, I had many questions I wanted to ask about things, and I didn't feel I could ask my parents. Is there anything you feel you can't ask your parents?
Oh, well, I guess there is a few things.
There are things that we're shy to ask them. Never feel shy to ask me.
Oh, all right then.
Never, because I've got a lovely way of explaining things.
Okay.
I do. And you'll find your body will change.
Yes.
My mother said to me, Edna, have you noticed anything different about yourself? She said it practically every morning. I didn't know what she was talking about. Have you noticed? And then she said, one day we'll give you a book. They never did, Lexi.
Oh, didn't they?
They never gave me this book. And years later, when we were burning my mother's things before she went into the home, we had the incinerator going night and day, I found the book.
Oh.
It was called Human Growth, and it had diagrams of men and women which looked more or less the same. It was hard to tell the difference between these people, and it was hard to understand what they were meant to do, or how babies came into the world. And do you know, I still read this book and try to understand it. I've had children. I still don't know how it happened.
Don't they have little captions on the drawings in the book?
But they were phrased so tastefully.
Like this goes there.
No, nothing as simple as that.
Oh,
So, Lexi, don't be anguished. Don't lie there in bed thinking, oh, if only I knew what life was about. It seems scary sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But remember my example. I'm thrilled you've made me your role model. Because, and I want to invite you to my show, Lexi. Have you been to see it at the Capitol?
No, I haven't. Never.
Oddly enough, I haven't mentioned this wretched show of mine once on this program, which could have sold millions of tickets, and I didn't think to do it. I was so engrossed in talking to John. Lexi, we have a number for you. I'm going to arrange for you to come to one of my shows
Oh my
this
God,
week.
you're kidding me.
This week.
are
Because
you going to be able to make it this week, Lexi?
Saturday matinee, 2:00.
Oh, Saturday. Yeah, sure, I can come.
2 on Saturday.
Okay. Well, now, Lexi, what I'll get you to do is just hold the line there,
Okay.
and I'll have one of the adorable handmaidens come back to you and make all the arrangements.
Oh, okay, thank you. And could I just say one more thing, Dame?
Yes, darling.
Good luck with your mother's spit range. I'm sure it's going to be a big hit.
Lovely. I'll give you a free sample
Oh my God, thank you.
when I see you. What a darling.
Bye, Lexi. Thank you.
Bye.
Don't hang up, darling.
Okay.
And John, wasn't I tasteful in talking about the facts of life?
Yes, I thought it was very tasteful. I didn't get one of those books either. My sister did. I used to read it.
Why are parents so embarrassed? I don't think we want to know about what our parents do in the baby-making department, do we?
No, I don't. Well, no.
And they don't want to know about us,
Who?
our parents.
No, it was a bit late for my mum and dad. I wonder what my dear mother went to her grave thinking I did, because she never told me what to do.
No, how did we ever manage?
I have no idea. Just, it was, this goes there. Just
But
sort
I
of worked
think
it out for
we
yourself.
suffered, our generation suffered an enormous amount of guilt and tension and fear
Because we were deprived.
because we were deprived of vital information. And a lot of people got married too young as a result.
That's very true. You're looking
They
at one.
did.
Well, you're nearly looking at one.
Well, I did. I married an invalid. I married a man. My husband's prostate condition actually gripped him pretty early on. And on our wedding night, he was up and down the whole night.
Didn't you have any suspicions that there could have been a problem here?
No, I didn't at all. I thought he was just trying to find the way to the bathroom in the dark and practicing a lot. But I learnt later that it was already a little plumbing problem that he had. It wasn't prostate, it was just plumbing. And in the end, of course, we had the plumbing problem in the bathroom as well.
Really? Was it repairable?
Well, it was repaired. He was hooked up to a machine not long after that. And so one of the more disagreeable aspects of married life was taken away.
Let me put you on to Joe. Joe, are you there?
Yeah, certainly am.
Hello, Joe.
Oh, how are you, Dame Edna?
Very well, Joseph.
I must admit, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I've admired you for many, many years.
Lovely, and not a nice, rich voice you've got.
Oh, thank you. I would just like to say, okay, well, you stole my thunder a little bit about Norm, but what I do want to ask is, whatever happened to dear old Madge Allsop?
My bridesmaid, Madge Allsop, well, she was a lovely person. She was a little girl at school. She was actually a waif, an orphan. And she was at my school, and she was bullied a lot. Now, the bullying that's in the news now, John, went on in my day.
Oh, yes.
At Mooney Ponds Grammar. And Madge was always being persecuted because she was a New Zealander, of course.
Of course.
And you know that the Maori name for New Zealand is the land of the long white cloud. But I always used to think of it as the land of the wrong white crowd. And Madge, poor darling, I protected her. I was an older girl. I was head girl, of course, needless to say. And I protected Madge, and she clung to me for the rest of her life. She got married to a man, a New Zealander, and unfortunately, on their honeymoon, before the marriage had been, and I think the word is consummated,
That's it.
he fell into a boiling mud pool. And that was it. Madge came to live with us. She looked after my children when I went on the Lovely Mother contest trip and subsequent Woman's Weekly tours. And she became part of the family until I found her in bed with Norm.
Why did she never speak?
Oh,
She never
Dame Edna, you've never told. Is that right?
I've never said it. It burst out of me.
Yes.
Oh God, that's tragic. That's really, really tragic. I didn't know that.
Well, she
Which?
said she was giving him hospital corners. That's what she said. And then she'd tripped. Well, who would believe that? So,
Also ask,
she's gone back to New Zealand anyway.
oh, she has. So
She's
still
there
alive,
somewhere,
kicking.
depressing them there.
Well, poor Madge. I didn't know. What
Pity
damage?
don't pity that little parasite.
What sort of injuries do you need? I ask. Do you sustain? We've got to go, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Joe. What injuries do you sustain when you fall into a pit of boiling mud?
He was tandooried. He was. And do you know, Madge kept his watch. That was all that really remained, and it looked as though it had been made by Salvador Dali. It's literally pretty well melted, but she kept it sentimentally.
Well, now you're very busy. Somebody is telling me now that you're doing Back with a Vengeance until Saturday night, and you've got that darling little Lexi going.
Isn't that something to look forward to, little Lexi?
Then you're going to Brisbane.
Is she called that after some illness that she's got?
I think so.
You think she's dyslexic?
What is Lexi short for? Is it short for something, or is
No,
it
Alexis very often, but it's probably Alexis.
Alexis? Is
She
there used to be
writes-
a very pretty film star called Alexis somebody or other.
Yes, they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
And then there was the famous character played by Joan Collins.
Oh yes,
Remember that?
the bitch of all bitches they used to call her.
But
Poor
I-
Joan.
I like the name, and I think it's a good sign that little Lexi's coming to see me.
Yeah, I liked little Lexi. I thought she was a sweetheart. Anyway, back to what you're doing. You're at the Capitol in
At
Sydney.
the Capitol until Saturday night, and I'm off to Brizzy.
At the Lyric.
After that, at the Lyric, darlings. And please, if you haven't come to see me and share with me, come now. I always hold back seats every night, good ones for people. And you'll love it. Do you know why you'll love it? Because I love it.
Can I just give you one final call
Yes, John.
from a lady called Louise? Louise, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Louise.
Hello, Damien.
Good morning, Louise. Are you lying down?
No.
You sounded supine.
Supine.
Supine, look it up. It means lying down.
I know what it's saying.
Supine, yep.
What can I do for you, Louise?
I thought maybe you were a little inappropriate with young Lexi.
Oh, was I?
Oh, no,
Now
Louise.
look, Louise, she's a 15-year-old girl. She's quite a little feisty little thing, and I didn't say anything yucky to her.
No, you didn't.
I said there are things that happen in the lives of young women that we sometimes don't understand because our parents have not informed us, as is their duty.
Didn't give us the book.
And they didn't give us the book or the lovely warm chat. And so we often live with fear. Now, Alexi sounded quite on the ball, and I don't think... and, you know, I'm very good as a judge of what I say. I don't think I said anything that would have disturbed her. I'm sorry, Louise, if you felt that. And you're entitled to feel it, but I got a nice feeling from Lexi, and I don't think I crossed the line. I don't think so, Louise.
Did you get a nice feeling playing kneesies with John under the table?
Oh,
I did. Now, that's another matter, you see.
That's a little
really-
more serious.
That is... I think you're being inappropriate now. You're being inappropriate, Louise.
Inappropriate.
But you've got a lovely breathy voice, and
Yeah.
I hope it stays with you for the rest of the day. I'm off now. I have to go back to the theatre to do a little rehearsal.
Well, do you have to rehearse every single day?
I do, because I have to do vocal exercises in the morning, as you know. I'm a little bit on the croaky side, not quite as breathy as that lovely little Lou who talked to me then. But I need to do singing. I'm writing new things to put in the show. I have to think of things about Brisbane. And, of course, I'm going to say some things about you tonight, John. A few heartfelt things to my audience. Because, you know, I haven't looked at another man since Norm died. I barely looked at him. And you are my ideal man, John Laws.
Well, that's a lovely thing of you to say.
And I wish everyone in Sydney who supported me in this trip lots and lots of love, and even those who don't even like me. I extend my forgiveness, my understanding, and my deep affection. And I don't think any of your listeners would agree that in talking to that lovely little fan of mine, Lexi,
Little Lexi,
I
she's
did
lovely.
anything that was yucky.
No, you didn't.
I
No yuckiness there at all.
And listen next time you hear Julia. You'll hear that lovely, lovely little lisp.
I will listen for that. I will. Well, I have to say it's been delightful to see you, but
And
it's
you,
always
John.
sad when you see I won't see you now for ages because
No,
you're going to
you
Brisbane.
won't. You won't. But that little envelope that you just passed me then, I'm sure contains something very special.
Now, come on, look at that lady. Dame Edna, thank you so much for coming to visit us.
Thank you. And thank you, listeners, for having me at your place.